Hey guys, Ivy here again for another Tarot Tuesday. This Tarot Tuesday is for March 15th. And today's questions from someone, Adam Azula. They would like to know if they are on the right spiritual path. These are questions I love to ask. I love to ask all the questions, but you guys know how I am. I like the spiritual woo-woo stuff. Okay, so just setting this intention. Whew, all right, let's see what we got. Okay, first card is the card of Pentacles. Woo, there we go. Okay, Pentacles is all about resources, and in this card we've got a guy who's balancing on one leg, more or less, a juggling act with two pentacles. And so this card really represents that energy that we have when multiple things are in motion, and we've got kind of a hand in a lot of different pots, and we're trying to make energy sustainable. And it can both represent, yes, this is sustainable and things are in balance, but it also reminds us that that's a really fine line, and that as we're moving and growing and changing and developing in the world, sometimes we have to prioritize the things that we do, the things that we're spending energy on, to make sure that they're getting us where we're going. So this card, I think, would speak to reminding us to be sustainable in whatever probably spiritual practices that we're doing, and making sure that we're prioritizing spiritual practices, because if not, we can sort of see in the background two ships getting tossed and turned around in the ocean with lots of ups and downs. And I think, generally speaking, that's what most humans want to try and avoid, getting tossed around by life too much. And so this card is really just saying, in all things, balance, even balance. And that makes sense for me for this person. Okay, card number 2. Oh man, okay, so this is the Knight of Swords. Swords is our thinking energy, our thinking actions, and the Knights are the teenagers of the tarot deck, and it always makes me giggle when I pull one, because they are the best and worst aspects in many ways of whatever suit that they're representing. And with the suit of Swords, we can see that this Knight is posed to jump in without a moment of thought and just do the thing. And this being that sword energy, that thing is thoughts, right? And so this would be a card that would say, stop thinking. This is not a time for overthinking. This is not a time for planning. This is actually a time to just jump in and embrace it in the moment. Stop thinking about it so much. Even if it feels impulsive, it's the right thing to do. Just take an action. Just do it. Could also represent someone coming into your life who's quick-witted or really thoughtful, decisive, brave, courageous. Or this could just represent an element of your current self and what you need to be focusing your energy on. So less overthinking and more just do it energy. Interesting cards so far. Okay, and then the third and final card is the Death card. This card gives a lot of people anxiety, which is really too bad, because this is one of the more beautiful cards in the deck. And the Death card actually represents the end of something that hasn't been in your higher best interest, something that hasn't been in the interest of your genuine, authentic self ending. So that's a good ending. We want those to end. We want to be more advanced, higher spiritual aspects of ourselves, most of us, most of the time. So this card would represent that. You can see in the background, there's the sun coming up, and it's kind of that, it's always darkest before dawn, but it is dawning. And so it's a great card actually to pull for a question about spirituality, because it would indicate to me some kind of transformation is about to take place. And it's going to be a great transformation, I think, in perpetuating the goodness of your higher self and your spiritual journey. And so I think overall, really great card to pull for this question. So let's put them together real quick. All right, so juggling, balancing, and prioritizing your resources. So I think if you're not engaged in the spiritual practice that you want to be in right now, now is the time, and you can do it, prioritize it, make it sustainable. That's in your best interest. Stop trying to plan for it. Stop trying to make it a routine. Stop trying to schedule it into your planner kind of thing, and just do it. Just jump in. And this card can also represent sudden change, which is interesting because we definitely have this big change card, third in line today, the Death card, and kind of would indicate to me that if you prioritize and stop overthinking and overplanning your spiritual practice, that something really beautiful awaits you. This seems like probably one of those memorable life experiences where out of the blue you realize, oh my gosh, things are so much better because this thing in my life has passed, or this thing in my life that was causing me grief or heaviness or stuckness is coming to an end. So I would say great cards for this question. And if anybody out there in internet land has a question that they would like me to answer on Instagram using tarot cards, please send them to me. And I would love to do that for you. And until next week, everybody, keep on keeping on.